First documented use of chemical weapons by the Sasanian Empire against the Romans almost 1800 years ago. In the 250s, the powerful Persian Sasanian Empire set its sights on taking the Syrian city of Dura from Rome. The city, which backs up against the Euphrates River, was by this time a Roman military base, well fortified with meters-thick walls. The siege of Dura Europos took place in 256 AD when the Sasanians under Shapoor I captured Antioch. The city was determined to resist the siege, and the Sasanians employed a variety of siege warfare techniques to defeat them. These included laying mines in tunnels underneath the walls to breach them. During the siege, the Persians dug several underground shaft mines under the city walls in an effort to bring them down, so troops could rush into the city. They started their excavations 40 meters away from the city. The Romans heard the Persians working beneath the ground and dug tunnels to reach the mines and fight the diggers underground. The Roman tunnel was shallower than the Persian one, so the Romans planned to break in on the Persians from above. The Persians could also hear the Romans coming. In one such tunnel, when the Romans broke through into the Sasanian tunnel, a Persian soldier ignited a mixture of sulfur and pitch, producing a cloud of toxic sulfur dioxide, which turned to sulfuric acid once in the lung and killed 19 Romans, one of which was carrying a coin dated 256, allowing the dating of the siege. Archaeologists excavated the scene in the 1930s. In 2009, tests showed the presence of bitumen and sulfur crystal remains inside the tunnel that provide evidence that those crystals were burned in order to create choking gases. Bitumen and sulfur crystals ignited to create poisonous gas was then funneled through the tunnel with the use of underground chimneys and bellows. The Roman soldiers had been constructing a countermine, and Persians released the gas when their mine was breached by the Roman countermine. The Roman assault party became unconscious within seconds and died in minutes. The lone Persian soldier discovered among the bodies is believed to be the individual responsible for releasing the gas before the fumes overcame him as well. The Persians knew that the Romans were preparing the tunnel and therefore prepared an unpleasant surprise for them. The Roman soldiers that were discovered were found stacked on top of each other to form a human wall for the Persians to continue on with their plan of taking the walls down. Persians used their victims to create a wall of bodies and shields, keeping Roman counterattack at bay while they set fire to the countermine, collapsing it. With how the Roman soldiers were found, and the position in which they were in, archaeologists determined that the Persians successfully pulled off the chemical combat. Use of chemical warfare shows that the Persian military operations were extremely sophisticated at the time. The Persians still were unable to actually bring the city walls down, however, evidence shows that they still were able to break into the city. University of Leicester archaeologist Simon James excavated a machine gun belt which looked to have been the Romans' last line of defense that was never put into effect. Shapoor I destroyed not only Dura Europos, but also other Palmyrene trade colonies along the Euphrates, including the colony at Anna. Thanks for watching and see you next time.